Hi, welcome to Barb's Kitchen Center. My name is Celeste and this is my test kitchen. Today we're going to talk about getting ready to cook and bake. If you're like me, you'll often think, ooh, gee, chocolate cake would taste so good right now. And you'll just go into the kitchen and you'll start baking and you'll get halfway down the ingredient list and go, oh no, I don't have any baking soda. Whatever am I going to do? And then you're searching through all your old cookbooks looking for the substitution lists. So the best tip I ever got was before you start making anything, get out all your little bowls and pinch pots, measuring cups, and measure out all of your ingredients. And if you set them up on the counter in front of you in the order that you're going to need them, you would be surprised at how quickly your dish comes together. So for example, when I made chai tea this afternoon, I needed cardamom, cinnamon, star anise, whole cloves, black peppercorns, fresh ginger, brown sugar, water, tea bags, vanilla, whole milk, ground cinnamon, and ground cardamom. That's a pretty extensive list of stuff to have, and to get halfway through putting those ingredients into something and realizing you don't have it and you have to run to the store. It's not too hard for me here because I can just run out to the food room and grab those things. But if you're at home and it's like 10 o'clock at night and you're trying to put something together and you don't have it, it's bad news, let me tell you. It's happened to me more than once. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was, when you're baking, baking is chemistry and you pretty much have to follow the recipe every time. But when you're cooking, think about what you're making and think about ways to add flavor. So if you're making rice, instead of cooking it in water, why don't you cook it in broth and add some more flavor? So anytime that you have the opportunity to add flavor, especially to your cooking, absolutely take advantage of it. So season your meat before you throw it in the frying pan, and then season it along the way. But remember, you should always taste as you go along, because as you're cooking, things are reducing and the flavors you're adding become more concentrated. So be very judicious with things like salt, because if you add a whole lot of salt at the beginning and then things start reducing and you're adding a little more salt all the way along, all of a sudden you get to the end and you find out it's way too salty to actually eat. And ask my husband, from his own experience, he can tell you it absolutely is possible to oversalt potatoes. Nobody believed me when I told them until they tried to eat his potatoes. So anyhow, go ahead, enjoy baking, enjoy cooking. The first time you try a recipe, stick true to the recipe, but as the second and third times that you make it, look for ways that you can add and enhance the flavor and make it your own. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. We look forward to seeing you in the store soon.